Welcome back to the channel, and today is July 12th, and we'll be solving maximum score from removing substrings. So given that a string and then given two integer x and y, so we can perform two types of operation any number of times. So if you're removing substring AB, you gain x points. Like let's say, given an example, we're removing AB from here, and then you get a new string, and then you get x points. Otherwise, you remove BA and you get Y points. So our goal is to return the maximum points you can get after applying the above operation on S. So I don't have a Google Slides prepared today, but basically you can think about it as a greedy way where if let's say X and Y, so Y is equal to 5, which Y is greater than X. So the approach is that you can do two passes and then use a greedy way where the first pass if y is greater than x, you remove all the possible BA, and then since you know that there will be no more BA after first pass, and then you can start removing AB for the second pass. So the data structure we'll use here is a stack. So let's say in this case we find the first BA. So when you go into the stack, when you find an A, and then your current is A, and then your previous one, which on top of the stack is a B. So you know that you find a BA. So you can pop the B out of the stack, and then you gain 5 points, and then remove BA. And then at this point, you can see there's another A right here, and then there's another B before that. So if you're using a stack, and then you can keep track of the current one that's not being popped up yet. So let's say this BA, the second B, and this A has been popped up, because the A is not adding it to it. The B is pop up, right? So this B will be on top of the stack. And then when we find a second A right here, and then you can see at the top of the stack is another B. So you can pop that out, and then you have a BA pair. So you keep getting the 5 points from Y. And later on, you do a second pass, and then just pass on AB. All right, so let's dive into the code. If you haven't watched Nico yet, you can try taking a look at Nico. He uses a way of a nested helper method, so he has a nested function. But I will just use another way, which is just without a helper function, because the channel is meant to help beginners. So let's dive into the code. Right. So in the beginning, for sure, we want a result to be returned to calculate, and then we can set if y is greater than x, which in this case y is greater than x. We want our high to be BA, and then our high score to be y. So in correspondence, we want our low score to be x. Why am I not doing a low equals to AB here? Is because when you're accessing, this is just B and AB. So when you just access B and A, you can just access by high 0 and high 1. So when you try to get AB, then you can do the other way, like high 1 and high 0. Right? So else, we can say the high is equals to AB, and then high score is equals to X, and then low score is equals to Y. Right, so now we can use the data structure, which is stack, and then we can pass through it. So for C in S, so for every character in S, we can check if character is equals to high 1. So we want a second value, let's say BA, right? We want to check if this is equals to A and the previous one is equals to B, right? So it's just N stack -1 is equals to B. And then our result can plus equals to the high score. And then we can pop out stack.pop. Right. So if we find A, our current one is A, and then our previous one is B, and then we can pop B out because we know that we find a pair, and then we want to remove it from that. One thing to note about this is if your stack is empty, this will be invalid. So you also want to check that your stack is not empty. Otherwise, you didn't see anything, you just append the character. All right, so after you've done like first pass, now you have a bunch of things in your stack, right? So if I print out stack right here, let's just return result, even though result might just be anything that is y. So this y should be 15, right? Yeah. So there are like 3 cases of BA. Yep. So now you have a bunch of things in your stack. So in Python, a stack is a list. So it doesn't necessarily have to pop out from the end. So it's like on top and then pop it out. So it's a list, it's like an array. So we can set a new stack, and then for a character in stack, we go through all the character again. So if characters is equals to height 0, so we do a invert way here because we want to find the low, and then new stack and new stack of the last element, sorry, is equals to the other one. So now this is saying that if this is B and the before one is A, and then your result 1 2 plus equals low score, because this is X now, so this part is Y. So then same thing, we want to pop that out. Otherwise, your new stack want to append the character, and then at the end you just return the result. We run it, it's accepted, and then we can submit it, and then we get 228 milliseconds with 75.32%, and then we can analyze the complexity. It will be of n because it's run through it 2 times. It will be of 2n, which simplified to of n. Right. If you like this video or you think the video is helpful, please consider subscribe and like the video. See you all tomorrow.